It's always nice to play a game of solitaire. Sun's going down, work's all done, nothing to do, kind of alone out here. Wind a-howling. It's lonely. Play solitaire. Not doing too well either. I know you've tuned in to watch a film. I'm wondering myself what the heck it's going to be. Smokey went out seeing if he could wrestle it up. Hopefully he comes in soon with that thing.
Just got it. Is this what you do when I'm out working? Play cards all day?
About. You got something in there for me?
Yes. Next movie.
Something's not right here.
What's not?
You know how that goes now. We can't have you wearing that hat.
Where's mine?
Bad things happen, folks, when we wear that hat. What is the film that the front office folks want us to talk about today? Oh, Roy Rogers. This is a William Whitney film. William Whitney made some of those tougher post-World War II Roy Rogers films. This is The Grand Canyon Trail, 1948. Deals with the silver mine shenanigans and some mix-ups and things like that with this. Is this mine got gold or silver in it or not? And that's always the big issue for these folks who buy their stocks. This one's got old Annie Devine in it as Cookie Bullfincher. Now, what do you think of the different sidekicks that are available to folks? What are you doing here? This is my
I'm trying
game.
to clean it up.
Oh, hey, well, thanks. That's good.
Okay.
You know, there are different sidekicks out there. There's Cookie, there's
Smiley.
Frog, Smiley, and then there's
Gabby.
even Gabby, and then we have Hatton.
Hat.
Yeah, Raymond Hatton, who
Oh.
plays a Horseshoe or plays some other Jocelyn, for instance, and some other westerns. What do you think of the Annie Devine character? He does
as good as any
He does
other.
okay. What I like about Andy Devine, one, he did have some big screen appearances. He was in Stagecoach,
Stagecoach, yeah.
right? He played the Stagecoach driver. Later on, he was in John Ford's The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, too. Played the sheriff in that as well. The guy who always wanted to eat, not much of a sheriff, always wanted to disappear when things were going on. This film that we're watching, Grand Canyon Trail, shows Rogers, I think, is really one of his better acting jobs. Likewise, you'll notice that the photography in this film is quite remarkable. There's some really nice day-for-night photography done in this thing. Likewise, at this time, 46 to 48, you're going to find a lot of westerns that do these shots where you get a small piece of the landscape, but giant shots of the clouds in the sky, and different cloud formations. This film does that, does some nice work with that. This film also really plays it for laughs quite a bit. Now, you can't really hold a Western to be totally serious all the time. You know that they're... You want to...
Oh, if you're done.
Yeah, I think I shot it here.
No? Yeah.
Well, no, I went through those. You can go through them again. Okay. But this film plays it for laughs, does have some nice musical elements in it, does have some stuff. Riders of the Purple Sage are in this, and unfortunately the print that we have, I don't believe all of their musical numbers are in here. We do get one good number that they sing. Roy gets to sing very little in here as well, though we know that probably in the original print he did have longer periods. Do you want me to, song, do you want me to move over here so you can get into this thing? Likewise, not only is it played for laughs, there's a bit of a haunted house type of stuff going on in here. There's some good gags in a haunted hotel. And Cookie, or Devine, does a nice job kind of hoking it up for the camera, and this, mule that gets a sheet thrown over it and kind of haunts people. It's kind of scary.
Mule. Right.
Yeah, looking for old Ed. And old Ed, actually what happens to old Ed is pretty dastardly. For the films like this, you don't expect people to end or find their ends in such a graphic manner. I think you're going to have fun with this film. You're going to notice a character, you folks who are looking out there, Robert Livingston. Remember him? He was in the Three Musketeers. He at one time played some of the Lone Rangers serials too. He's in this film. He plays a villain. He plays Regan. He's the guy who's trying to trick these folks into thinking that there's silver there or silver not there. It's hard to tell depending on what part of the film that you're watching. Likewise, a person by the name of Jane Frazee is in this film as well. She does a real nice job in this 7 cards, yes. And then start laying them out.
Right,
and one of them you got to turn up, that one.
Right, okay.
Okay, but she does a real nice job in this. She kind of plays this woman who's trying to solve the problems that the beginning of the film sets up, and she doesn't believe anybody, or she at least doesn't believe Roy. Another interesting character that pops up here, James Finlayson. Near the end of this film is the sheriff that they call to arrest Roy. If you remember your Laurel and Hardy films, James Finlayson appeared in a lot of those films and had the great slow burn tactic. A lot of those Laurel and Hardy film characters tended to use. James Finlayson has a nice little bit in here. Well, I think you're going to enjoy this film, Grand Canyon Trail. I'm not sure why they call it Grand Canyon Trail. I don't know. Maybe you know why it's called Grand Canyon Trail. Grand Canyon doesn't seem to be in this thing. It sort of was on the box of the video, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, but I think that's about all you get out of this thing. Sometimes I think they just had some titles, they wrote them down on some cards, and then they took them and threw them in a hat, and then they pulled them out and said, what? The name of this one is, well, I screwed it up for you, sorry, is the Grand Canyon Trail 1948. There you go, I'm sorry. Okay, well, have a little fun. Looks like Smokey is kind of taking over my place here on this
Not
game.
doing much better.
Yeah, I did real bad. Okay, well, let's roll him, Smokey.